Hello, Hocus Pocus here. Welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play, you guys. Today we are down in the ravine station area, or the ravine base area I should say, kicking things off because I want to start the episode by expanding the floor design here and just bringing it towards the the temporary cactus farm here. So we might bring it up to this point here where the two wooden pillars sort of intersect. So if we just dig a line there. Oops, wrong button. Then we can just get a gauge of where the flooring is going to stop for now. And the reason I want to do this is just to just check how everything's going to look once I've put the floor design in, and just try and bring the base together a little bit, because I've just been running around here and I've noticed it's kind of a mess, you know. It is kind of a mess, and I'm sort of thinking to myself, like how are we going to end up drawing all of this together to make a coherent base without everything looking like it's too spaced out or just randomly dotted around the place. I think we'll be fine in the end, but it just sometimes worries me that, you know, sometimes I get the thought that maybe we won't be able to bring it all together and make it look good, but you know, I think we will. Over time, we'll make sure that everything pulls together here and comes out looking spick and span, as they say. So I'm just gathering up the blocks required for the build here. I think aside from that, we're just looking at gravel, right? So let's grab some gravel. We also want to create some more mossy, I would say is a good idea. So let's take, let's take half of our 43 vines, maybe a bit more. Let's go up to 28 and just combine that with some cobble. Probably should have done 29 there because we do have an extra piece of cobble, so let's do that. There we go. Okay, so that should be the materials required for the build. Don't think there should be any more. And as per usual, we're going to start out by using the mossy, so let's just place a few of those down. Okay, yep, looking good so far. As we usually do, just keeping them quite distant from each other, or as distant as possible, just to make sure that that green texture isn't going to overwhelm us at all. I might actually go for one under the pressure plate here, so let's do that. There we go. Okay, so now we can move on to the next texture. I think I'll go with andesite next. Okay, so we can just be quite spontaneous with this now, and a lot less careful than we were with the mossy. Just filling in where we can see space. Okay, we'll probably remove that one. Right, now for the cracked. Again, we can just be quite lenient with this block. So let's just get place in. We'll have one there, there, there. Over here we'll go the diagonal, get a couple together. Just keep placing them wherever we see fit for now. Can always clean this up afterwards. So there we go. So I'll go with the stairs last, actually, because they're sort of more of a dynamic texture than the rest. So I'll go with those last. But the gravel will just sort of fill in the gaps. Where there are gaps, the gravel can go. There we go. Nice. Okay, so this is actually coming together quite easily. Sometimes it can be a bit of a struggle, but at the moment, this is looking good, so I'm happy. We'll pop him in there. I can go like that, like that. Get a few facing backwards and sideways in there. There we go. We'll have one that way. Get a couple together again there. Get one there, and then we'll probably go with one there. So we actually have this block under the pressure plate, and we have this block under the pressure plate that we have to fix. So let's think about, I think we'll go gravel under this one. I think that would make sense. Okay, so gravel, good. And then under that one, we will go with probably gravel again, actually. Doesn't seem like there's too much gravel in the surrounding area of that block, so we'll go gravel again there. And we've got a couple gaps we need to fill in, so let's just take a look here. Go with andesite there, that works fine. I think andesite probably go fine there as well, to be honest. Here we'll go with something different. maybe a stair in there, and then I think that's it actually. So there you go, there's our next segment of flooring in. And what do I think? I like the design. I definitely do like the design. It hasn't really, if I'm completely honest with myself and with you guys, it hasn't really changed too much around here in terms of the way things look, but I'm sure that's probably just a side effect of not having too much built within the walls. You can see it's all quite still just exposed rock, and how the game would have generated it in the first place. So maybe that's just a consequence of not building too much in the area at the moment. There was one problem spot we still had, and that was in that little gap there. So maybe we'll just stick a mossy in there, just to close the gap off and get it done. Or is that too much? Or no, I think that'd be fine, honestly, unless I keep noticing it too much. But I quite like the idea of having a mossy cobblestone in there. So that is the floor implemented up to the next point here, and as I said, we could work. I guess we could do a bit of work here quickly, actually, just to try and polish things up a bit. If I grab myself some dark oak logs and some stone slabs, we can just help clean up the area. Let's grab those, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pillar up there, just make this wooden block into a pillar. Probably should get up there actually in a 2, 3, 4. How high should I go? I'll do that for now. That's a 5 high. And then we can probably implement some of these across the gap there if I head up to the tree farm. Pop. And then if we go across this gap with some stone slab and just match up. Oh no, I misplaced it. Let's grab that one back. So just, as I said, match up the line there. So now we have this design capped off in our regular fashion. I think we could probably just tear this out, since, you know, it's just getting in the way more than anything. And grab that. Just deposit that in there, because we're not very interested in keeping it around, to be honest. And then, of course, we have the ability to run the stone slab into this block, but sort of comes up a level here, so we're going to be kind of stuck for what to do, which is not really the best of situations to be in, but I guess we can just leave it for now, actually. Most of that work I'll probably do off camera anyway, just because it's kind of tedious just to match up all the textures and get things looking smooth and like they flow between builds. So let's just get rid of a few of the blocks in our inventory here, and then we can move on to whatever comes next. Okie dokie guys, welcome back to the video. So you just saw a quick time lapse there, and I don't know why, but I just had a sudden urge to come up to the tree farm here and fix up these pillars, because obviously we did map out the design in recent episodes, so I've filled that in now. If we just take a run along here, you can just see every other pillar has a lamp, and I think it turned out cool. So we need to obviously now fill in the roof design, sorry, the ceiling design going all the way across. And then we can figure out if we want to actually extend the arch more or just make it flat across the top now. Probably going to extend the arch a few more blocks just because it might look strange with a huge flat area and just a tiny arch on the corners, in the corners of the room, I should say. But other than that, I quite like the way things are turning out. So over here, you'll see I've dug a 1x2, just checking out if there's anything behind this wall here. Because if not, this is going to be the site of our next project. Okay, it looks like it just runs out into the end of the ravine here, so we should be good, honestly. Alright, so as I said in the last episode, and in probably more episodes than just that one, I'm actually going to go and grab a shovel as we talk here, you guys. But I will explain on the way over what's going to happen. So as I've been mentioning, we do need access to a large supply of sugarcane. So I'm thinking that we branch off from the tree farm and create an automatic sugarcane farm. So obviously we do have a sugarcane farm. This one right here. And it's very small, very compact, and I do like it, but it doesn't provide the number of items that we really need if we're going to go out and trade with all these villagers. So we're going to have to bolster our numbers. So the best way to do that is to probably create an automated farm. And that is what we're going to do right here. So I'm just starting the digging process now. I haven't actually got a plan for this at all. But I think I know exactly how to build it in terms of the redstone mechanism required. And obviously that involves observers, which will detect when the sugarcane grows to 3 high in a certain area. And once it has been detected, pistons will fire off that knock the sugarcane into a collection system. So very basic stuff, really. And it's going to be very similar to how our kelp farm was in the last series, if you were here for that. If not, then just Google kelp, Minecraft kelp farm, and I'm sure pretty much 99% of the designs are using the same technique as what we're about to use here. So you should be able to get a grasp of it very quickly. We're just going to remove that lava because it's obviously a bit of a hazard for us building around the area. So it's better just to be rid of it than to risk having it around, especially if we're going to be using wood in the build, which we probably will be. Okay, let's light up the area now that we've lost the natural lighting from the lava. Just get a few torches down. One up there. Should be good. One in there. Okay, that should be fine. Alright, so as I was saying, we're digging out an area here. I don't have a concrete plan for this, but I feel like it won't be too difficult to build off the cusp anyway. So we'll just keep going as we are here. And it's gonna be a 5-wide room. We'll probably just extend this pathway in. So obviously just knock out these stair blocks in the middle and just extend them along in a similar fashion to our path that runs this way. So I think we should probably just get this digging out of the way so that we can move on to the next phase. Welcome back, guys. So as you can see, most of the digging is complete here. We probably will end up extending this thing a bit further in this direction, but for now, I think we probably have enough space to do, or at least to get started here anyway. This project is likely to run into the next episode, I would imagine, just because I want this farm to be fairly large, just so that we can ensure that we're going to get the right, or not the right number, but ensure that we're going to make enough sugarcane from it to thrive when trading. So, a couple of things to mention is I removed the extended design from this pillar just so that it matches up with this one, so that we can sort of keep things looking nice and tidy and clean for the entrance to the sugarcane farm here. I added this 3-wide buffer between the sugarcane farm and the tree farm just so that the mechanism and build wouldn't intersect with the tree farm. And then on the other side I matched up the wooden pillar, and I'm thinking that one day maybe we could have some sort of bridge that runs from over this side of the base to this side of the base, just as an an external way of entering the sugarcane farm here. Because obviously when you're building bases, the best way and an easy way to make them nice and interesting is to have multiple connections and routes to each area. So that would be nice to maybe implement someday. So for now, I think we'll just knock out some of the groundwork here so that we can install the stone brick flooring. So let's just dig here for a second or two. There we go. A couple more blocks to take out here, and then we should be ready to throw down some stairs. And of course, I didn't prepare myself for this, so I don't have any on me, but that's fine. We can go and craft some. I'll just throw these down. There we go. So we do have a crafting bench right here. We'll just go and use that. We don't have any in here, do we? Oh, we do. We actually have a bunch already crafted up, which is nice. So that will help us out. Let's head back upstairs. And we can just slot these in like so. And we'll leave it open-ended for now, because as I said, we'll probably end up extending this farm a bit further on. So don't want to cut ourselves off too soon. There we go. Okay. Let's just take a look. Alright, yeah, that looks fine by me. We've obviously got the path just connecting into a different area of the base, which is nice. Keeps things looking like they're flowing smoothly. So what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go a bit further out. One more block out I think would be ideal for now. So we'll start with a 9 wide cell for the sugarcane to grow in. Okay, so we're going to need a few more stone brick stairs here. We have them. Yep, we do. That's good. So let's just pop those down. 1, 2, 4. Perfect. And then we can install the slabs as well. So we're obviously going to need to do a bit of digging on the walls as well, just to create a bit of space for the sugarcane farm itself. So it's going to be about... so the sugarcane is going to grow up to 3 high, so it's going to be 4 high. Just to give that 1 block of airspace between the top of the sugarcane and the ceiling of the farm itself. So this is going to be the glass. Then we need a row for the water, and then a row for the sugarcane, and behind that is where the pistons will go. So it needs to have a depth of 3, which we've given it. There we go. We can just knock the rest of this out. Probably put a torch or 2 down. And let me tell you something, guys. That zombie that you can hear in the background has been annoying the hell out of me. I've tried searching for him so I can kill him, but I honestly couldn't tell you where he is. Even with my headset on, I can't actually determine what direction it's coming from. And I've been digging through the cobble here. You can see that cobble there is where I went in and created a bunch of tunnels to try and find him, but to no avail. So he is still roaming wild and free, which is unfortunate for us because we have to listen to his constant moaning and whining, but I'm sure we'll get over it. Okay, so as I said, this is where the glass will go, this is where the water will go, and then this is where the sugarcane will be growing. So I'm thinking, what am I thinking here? Because I've just realized something. The sugarcane's going to flow to the end of the farm, and then it's probably going to drop into this block here and be collected in a chest somewhere around here. Just trying to work out what would be the best way to do this, because this is a design we're going to want to stack. So we're going to have 1 here, 2, 3, and then maybe 1, 2, 3 there as well. And then we could even throw some more in on the other side if needs be. Here you guys, let me throw something together for you. Okie dokie guys, so welcome back to the video for the last time for today's episode. We are going to grab some sugarcane so I can give you a quick demonstration of our farm up there. So 9 should be fine. That was a nice little rhyme. Okay, so up we go towards our sugarcane farm, our in progress automatic sugarcane farm. As you can see, it looks so bare bones, but this is the redstone mechanism, very, very basic. Let me just take a hop up here so you can see what's going on. Got some redstone coming out the back of the observer, and it just runs across a row of blocks behind the pistons like so. It's very simple. So let's just say we had sugarcane all across the sand here. If one happens to grow to 3 tall, here let's just expand those. As you can see, the pistons get triggered. And apparently the sugarcane doesn't make it to, oh dear. So we might have to add some form of pulse extension here, because as you can see, it's not very efficient, is it? Let's just plant a few more here. See, we only managed to get 2 out of the 4 there, so we might have to try and tackle that issue, or just suck up the fact that we're gonna have to take some loss here and there because it's automatic. Either of those 2 scenarios, of course, give different outcomes. The best being if we could implement a pulse extender that would allow us to actually what am I trying to say here? Pulse extender that would allow us to make sure the pistons stay out long enough for us to collect the drops properly. I can't really tell whether it's the top row that's not getting caught properly or the middle row. Okay, so look, see, now it's very inconsistent. Because that time we did it just a second ago, it actually managed to harvest every single piece. Okay, is that 2 we've got there? Oh, it's hard to say. It's hard to tell. Okay, so 3 made it into the water, I believe. Yep, and then 1 didn't. So, of course, we're going to have to make some edits here. Or just, as I said, suck up the fact that it's not going to be 100% efficient. Regardless of which one we do, hopefully we can just mass produce a ton of sugarcane and not have to worry about it ever again. But as for today's episode, guys, we are going to bring it to a close right here. I really do hope that you enjoyed what you saw today. I definitely enjoyed recording it for you, as I always do. Hopefully our plans for the sugarcane farm here can come together quickly and we can actually turn this into something that's going to be very profitable for us in the future in terms of our trading area and gathering together the right villagers for our trading hall that we will be building in the future. So anyway, guys, as I said already, thank you very much for being with me today and watching the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like down below. It's a great way for me to gauge feedback from you guys, and also just helps the channel out a little bit, helps us to expand our horizons, because, you know, that would be nice to think that maybe one day we could have quite a wide audience to share our gameplay and world with. Also, if you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions, or just anything in general that you want to say to me, it can be questions about personal life, questions about the game, anything at all. Make sure to drop that down in the comment section below. I will be sure to reply to you with an answer. And finally, if you're new around here, then be sure to subscribe. It is free after all, and it will allow you to stay tuned to this series and anything else I decide to post on the channel. So, take care of yourselves, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I have been Hocus Pocus, and I'm out.